Trinidad and Tobago. It's kind of weird name, but it's one of those countries. They consider it in Caribbean because it's in a Caribbean Sea, but it's very close to South America. So yeah, I expect to see a lot of South American influence here. But let's see how things are here. Now, population 1.5 million and rising. 1955, only 741,000 people living in this area, so they doubled the population. 2.7 increase. 18,000 roughly, minus 600 on migration. Median age 18 years old, one of those nonsense. Fertility rate 5.3. Urban population around 30%. Now fast forward to 2025, like I said, population doubles. Now it's 1.5 million people with 0.2% increase in population. That will be roughly like around 3,000 people. Migration on plus this time 691. Median age around 37 years old. Fertility rate much more manageable, 1.5, and they got below replacement in 1995, they say, so pretty far away. Urban population around 50%. Now in 2050 they say population is going to go down. Now 1.4 million people, still not enough in my opinion. 0.6% decrease in population. Yearly change around 8,000 on minus. Migration on minus again 500, around that number. Median age around 45 years. And fertility rate again stable at 1.5. Urban population 58%. Life expectancy very high here, 73 years old. Female 77 and male 70. Infant mortality rate 13.4 and death under age of 5 15.5. Those are pretty huge numbers if you ask me. Well, they speak English in Trinidad and Tobago. I always thought it's gonna call it Trinidad and Tobago, but no, it's Tobago. 35% Indians apparently for whatever reason, and 35 Africans, 30% mixed, and the rest of them pretty much others or not standard. Started. I don't know what that means. Religion 66 pre-Christianity and 22 Hinduism. Yeah, it's a lot of those Indians there, and almost 6% Islam. I'm not sure exactly why people come look at this in this part of the world. We see in other countries, making Guyana, the same thing. Not exactly sure what happened there, but a lot of people choose to go there, in South America, probably because it was a British colony at some point. Islam again around 6%. Now demographic, as you can see, pretty much all over the place. It's like a Christmas tree almost, all over the place. The base is getting narrow and narrow, as you can see, so they have a huge, I would say, male surplus in population by the age of 60, and then they have a female surplus, which is not exactly strange. Economic wise, well, I don't think they're doing very well. Look at this, 22 billion and going down in 2020. Those numbers, but probably now they got a bit better, but still 22 billion US dollars nominal and 36 billion PPP. Growing rate pretty much all over the place, not that much interesting. Minus 1.9, plus 0.3, 0%, 1.5% in 2020, so not that great. Per capita, they say there are 16,000 US dollars and 25,000 PPP. Those numbers are looking better than Jamaica, so I'm interested to see how the differences between them they are. Agriculture 0.4%, industry 48%, and services only 50%. Inflation in 2020 4.5%, very high. Gini index 39, pretty huge, and unemployment in Q3 on 2020 6.1 and rising, which is pretty bad. They export a lot from US and they import a lot from US. Not that much interesting. Corruption, well, let's see how things are doing here in Trinidad and Tobago. Hopefully I'm gonna see them pretty easy. Yeah, here 41 points and drop 6 points. They're perceived as more corrupt, so things are not going well here. And we see that Gini index, I don't think we're gonna see a different story here, but let's check it anyway. Trinidad and Tobago, yeah, 40 points or 0.4. Clearly not that equal, as you can see here in this part of the world. Things are not doing that well. So let's see. Yeah, British colony, definitely you can see here. So yeah, that's why you have that Indian population, maybe I would say. So now the main event, let's see how those people actually, they're pretty much those domain islands. So let's go with the second one. Let's go with the smaller island. Let's see how things are doing here. how well they're doing. Ooh, pretty mountains here. I don't know why exactly why they stop it when I try to do that. Google still not fixed that for whatever reason, but yeah. Oh, this is from the underwater. Okay, looks pretty nice. I like it. I like it. We see something new. This one probably again from the underwater again. I don't think it's, yeah, but a different one. Very good quality, have to say. 20 from 2006. Whoa, that's impeccable quality. I'm not sure exactly if it's actually real, but from 2006, but that's impeccable. Let's check this beach. It looks kind of nice. Nice mountains in the background. Pretty clean. Probably some tourists there. Yeah, I kind of like it. Kind of like it. Even this whatever construction is that, it's kind of in the same architecture as I expected. Yeah, here they have some nice stairs. They're looking pretty good, pretty good. To go to the nice bay area, not so bad. Look at this. It is pretty much a mountain here, very high, and they have these people living on the mountain here. Unfortunately, we don't have that many 360s to see how those people actually, but we have some small data here. Yeah, houses not so well, but the road looks pretty good. This one not so bad, but very close to each other. I don't see the point of that, but they have some cars. They keep it outside, which just show me that they don't have that much room inside, so that's pretty bad. A nice harbor here. Very, like I say, small yards, not that much interesting. Probably this is like a seaside chicken. It looks like a general store or something like that. Here there are some people playing. For whatever reason, doesn't allow me to go more in the front. Not sure exactly what's happening here. Let's check this one. Maybe some errors. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, here I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it is what it is. Cars here not so bad. Let's check this field here. Keep in mind this is not the main island, but it looks pretty nice. Say no on drugs. Yeah, probably they have some problem with drugs that they end up writing that on the field. Some houses pretty that's a rooster. Okay, that's a live rooster right there. And chickens just staying loose like that. Yeah, house department pretty decent. We see more, so yeah, not exactly that bad. The quality of those 360 for 2018 are impeccable, I have to say. I kind of like it. Yeah, I like it. Look at this field here, pretty nice. I like it. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm not getting disappointed. A lot of those 360 here in the small islands. So yeah, probably somebody go there at some point and make them. 2016. Ooh, almost 10 years ago. Let's check this one. This is the main one. The main population probably live. Let's check the road first. How well it is. It is pretty good. Yeah, it is nice. Smooth roads. 2024. Very, very recently. Let's check this one. Oh, that's a nice bay area. Pretty good. This one too. Pretty good. Houses here. Ooh, I like this one. Looks nice. Again, the quality from 2024 very low. This one I don't like it, but probably this is how they take up trash, or maybe they have something to throw and they have the garbage car that's gonna come and pick them up. I'm fine with that. Let's say they're not spread around. If that doesn't stay more than a day there, it's pretty good. Yeah, road's pretty nice. I like those palm trees. Those cables, not on my thing, but hey, it is what it is. Let's check this beach. Ooh, that's probably like a rich neighborhood. I didn't notice that, but from inside. Yeah, a lot of pools here. Everywhere you look, somebody has a pool. Let's check this road here. I don't think it's that road, but still. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, it's clearly some rich people living here. Unfortunately, we cannot see how the other ones live. They don't have that many 360 here, but or street views, but we can assume at least. Here, pretty good roads. 2014, pretty new cars also, not cheap. Again, it's gonna be the same story as always. Some people gonna do okay, others not so much, and so on, so on, so on. It's an expensive Subaru, even from Europe. Oof. They doing pretty good. Let's check this one. Ooh, from underwater again, 2006. Somebody go there and make all those underwater 360s. 2060 was something. It was definitely something to have that in 2006 there. Yeah, it's a hotel with a beach in the front. Looks pretty good. Yeah, on this island, again, probably from 2006, all of those, but it's worth checking out. They're looking nice. Oh no, it's from 2018. Have some tourists here. Yeah, pretty interesting. Okay, let's go to the main island now. Let's see how the population. What is the capital of this country? I'm not sure, but exactly that interested. But probably is this one right here. So let's check it. This is the last country when we see population in the Caribbean islands over 1 million people. So yeah. After that we're gonna see probably I think less than 500,000, so it's gonna be pretty interesting to see the difference. Now here for sales, okay, I don't see that bars on the windows. Yeah, they have it here, but probably because it's a store, so that doesn't count, but it seems to be a bit more free, but maybe it's too early to say. Only $30. $30 for a quarter of the chicken and salad and fresh. What the fuck? $20. Maybe some local currency. I don't think it's exactly $20. That would be insane. It's not a cheap place to live then. On the hills here we have some monuments or whatever it is there, and it doesn't want to go there. Google still didn't fix this problem. Pretty good. A lot of people. Danger. There is danger. This is 2016. That's a brand new car. Those not so much, but 2016 they're pretty decent. Yeah. So far not so bad. But again, we don't have that many 360s. A lot of things are from renting or selling. So things. Oh, we have some barbed wire here. Okay, maybe it's not that safe. Maybe that's a Nissan that I hate. One of those Nissan Micras. Horrible cars. 2022. Those are some auto parts store. A lot of pickup trucks. Maybe they like that. Cables here. Bars. They have bars on the windows. Not so great, but they don't have garbage on the side, which is pretty good. Ooh, that's a nice car. It's a Mitsubishi. Ooh. Seems to like those here. Ooh, that's a BMW X5. Those are expensive. So again, some people doing pretty well, others not so much. It's just the old story in the world. It doesn't matter where you go. You're gonna see when you go to Africa, same story. Gonna be some pretty rich people there too, but most of the population not so much. Ooh, look at this house. That's a huge one and extremely expensive. I can bet on that. And this is December. It is Christmas here. I wish you can say the temperature. That's a huge house. I'm not sure it's exactly a rich neighborhood, but it's looking pretty well. A bit again jammed together even here, so not exactly definition of rich people, I would say, but still pretty good. What else rich people can stay? Ooh, this one they have big lands, but I don't think there are rich people there. I don't see a lot of trees. We have to look for trees. This is definitely we're not gonna stay. Maybe they're living like that. No, like everybody on those streets, but not so great. But the house is great. Yeah, those are apartments building, I would say. A bit more manageable, but still hate them. It's just no thank you. It's such a cheap way to build and with no future whatsoever, in my opinion. Yeah, some houses look pretty good here. Nothing to complain. This is actually pretty nice. Yeah, they seems to do, look at this, they seems to do pretty well here. Phew, even better here. And this is 2022. Look at this Mercedes. Ooh, it's a CL. That's a CLS. That's expensive. Ooh, that's expensive. I think I saw a Ranger. That's another Mercedes there. Let me go back a bit. I think that's a Range Rover or a Rolls Royce. I think it's a Range Rover. Yeah, some rich people area, but not exactly every single one of them. So, but it looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So see, they're pretty much spread them around here. Not exactly how I expected, but look at this. They have pools here. So yeah, if they don't have trees, you have to look out for the pools. That's gonna give it away which one is rich, which one is not. But seems to do pretty well. Look at this. How much he was per capita? He was more than than we saw in Jamaica. In Jamaica, looking pretty good. Here again, pretty good too. Again, not for everybody. The same old story is gonna begin, like I pretty much said for a few videos now. They don't need that many people, and people just multiply themselves that much. They're gonna end up in poverty because there's nothing they can do for them. They're not gonna give up their lifestyle just to give you a bit more. No thank you. They're just gonna keep you poor until they're gonna pretty much disappear. Just the way it is. And those socialist things that say, oh, it's gonna work like that, no, they're exactly the one who do it. Don't think for a second that socialism is gonna help you. It's gonna do even worse. That's a nice palm tree forest, decent road. Not so bad. Not so bad. Again, good roads. Yeah, the houses here, not exactly that we saw there, but again, not everybody is rich. This one is kind of a big house, but it looks unfinished to me. This one pretty decent. Again, it's in the middle of, let's say, nowhere. Oof, let's check these ones. They have a stadium there. Let's check these streets. You know what? Doesn't look so bad, I have to say. Looking pretty decent. We're expecting this country to see pretty much extreme poverty, but they're doing better than a lot of European countries, and they have a much better GDP per capita. Probably they don't have that much taxes here. I don't know. But seems to do pretty well to me. It's an English colony, English territory, but and usually, like I said, they do better, but here they actually do better. Some barbed wire. Yeah, clearly the inequality is high, and they're gonna have a problem. But again, like I say, inequality is high because people multiply themselves so much, and they don't need them. And people don't want to hear that they don't need their kids. But the reality is, they don't need your kids. They don't want them. That's why they're gonna keep you impoverished. So maybe you can understand that multiplying yourself is not gonna. Look, it's 5, almost 6. Yeah, it's not gonna solve anything. But unfortunately, old people at least don't understand that, and they just keep making kids, and the kid is gonna pay the price. You know what they say? Kids always pay the price. Always. And this is exactly how it's gonna be here. Not just here, all the countries in the world, it's gonna be the same. I can't wait to go in Africa and see there exactly how the poverty looks like, and how others doing very well even there. Yeah, some barbed wire here, not exactly very welcoming, and I think it's a church or maybe a school, but if it's a school it's kind of fucked up to have barbed wire on the school. Mercedes, they're expensive. Those Honda, very expensive also. Streets, very nice here. Building, ooh, I like this one. This one is pretty nice. Pretty good. This one the same. That's a nice house. Those are English style houses. You can see it, very nice. Very nice, and this one not so much. But that one was actually pretty good. I like that. This one is kind of abandoned. Not every single one of them is gonna look great, but some of them they're gonna do pretty well. Again, those cables, oh shit, hate them. Okay, let's see this one here. Yeah, here is the poverty. Things not looking very well. He didn't even go to that to the car there. Maybe they was feeling that fear that they're gonna get stolen. This is 2022. Oh, they have masks here. Let's see if this lady has a mask. No, it doesn't. See, they keep having kids in this impoverishment. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, doesn't look that well here. At least the road, they make them a good road. Some barbed wire there. At least they have that. Yeah. Not so well for them in those areas. They have a highway here. Ooh. Well, not exactly a highway, but yeah. 50 kilometers an hour. They have in kilometers an hour. And then driving on the left side. The steering wheel is on the right side. Yeah. Pretty strange combination, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, let's go outside the cities. Let's see how things are doing here. Nice land, see? Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, doing pretty good here, I have to say. I kind of amazed even here. I didn't see that. Oh, that's not good. How many they stay here on the one beach? That is not good at all. Way too many people on such a small beach here. I would rather go here to swim than there. Just way too many. Yeah, I would rather go here on that cliff right here. Not sure exactly what's happening there, but yeah. Probably it's the only beach you can find on the entire coastline there. So yeah, that's why I see a lot of them staying there. Oh, we have a 360 here. Looks like a fishing village to me. Not so much. Probably from tourists. Yeah. Not so interesting, I have to say. This one. Ooh, somebody has a pool. It's an Olympic size pool, so probably it's for sports. Let's check on the other side. Oh, we have some communities of people. Let's see how those live here. Some of them, I would say, they're doing pretty well. Which quite a significant part of them, they're doing pretty well here. So not exactly that bad. That's an interesting way of building a house. Yeah. Roads here, not exactly the greatest, but still could be worse. Cars, pretty expensive, most of them. That's nice. Well, what else can we tell about this place? Well, seems to do pretty well to me, even though they have like how much? 17,000 per capita. I know it doesn't mean much, but it's just a number. And yeah, around nominal 16,000, 17,000. This is what year was that again? 2020. So yeah, they definitely got, let's say, 20,000 per capita maybe by now. But this is 2018, those pictures, and still doing pretty well back then. Yeah, some garbage here, I don't like it, but mostly it's pretty clean in the country. I didn't see something outrageous. Ooh, that's a nice house with a pool there. That's a nice car. I think it's a Porsche. Huh? Maybe it's not a Porsche, but it looks like a Porsche. No, I don't know. It's not a Porsche. It's probably a Honda or something, but still very expensive car. Yeah, some areas not so much developed, others pretty well developed. Houses pretty good also. Not so bad in areas, not so great, but ooh, some sort of resorts here. They have a pool and everything. It doesn't seem like that from the ground. They don't have a 360 on the beach here, fortunately. Let's check this road here. Yeah, it seems to do pretty well, I have to say. This is pretty nice here, I like it. Cars are pretty new, especially from 2018 when they make those 360s. This looks like a rich neighborhood. Not exactly from there when it was posted, but look at this from above. This guy has a pool, this guy has a pool, a big house. It seems this guy has a pool and a big house. This guy, it looks pretty rich to me, doesn't it? It looks pretty rich to me. And yeah, probably a gated community. This is how you enter, and that's the house. That's the same car in front of us. Yeah, looking pretty good. Pretty good for them. Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you go, like I said, you're always gonna find rich people and poor people. The key is to have a more equal society, let's call it like that, but that cannot happen with an overpopulated country, and clearly what you can see here, there is some problem with population. Even though they start to going down at some point by 2035, still rising with, you see those numbers, 5 births per woman. It's insane. Probably a country like this should have, if everybody is doing pretty well, I don't know, around 100,000 people. Seems like a fair number to me to actually say a huge difference. Okay, we are actually doing great here. That has to come with time. Probably, like I said, decreasing population with 2% per year should be very healthy for every nation. I don't think it's too extreme. We have like increasing population more than that, so yeah. And overall, worldwide, again, 2% in decrease, pretty good too. And by the end of the century, it's gonna be much more manageable and much more equal, I would say, or at least a chance to be much more equal. But again, people are not good creatures, not good animals, even though they keep saying, oh, people are good. No, we are not good. If we were good, we already be much better by now, so no. Humans are not good creatures. They have to be forced to do the right thing, and they are not doing it from their goodness of their hearts, which it doesn't exist. It's a harsh reality. Not everybody wants to accept it, but fine. It is what it is, I guess. Oh yeah, road's pretty good here, I have to say. Like it a lot. Houses, some of them pretty good, others not so well. So yeah, it kind of, it's split in two, let's say. They have some sort of a gas storage industry, whatever. Here, unfortunately, we cannot see those villages, but we see this on the road. And this is 2021, and I see some decent car for this time. Roads pretty good even here. Oh, I kind of like it, I have to say. Even though maybe I expected much worse, that could be also a possibility, but yeah, I don't like this garbage here. It's just no thank you. Looks like a fishing village here. A lot of boats, they cover the faces here. Okay, yeah, a lot of nets. Doesn't look exactly very appealing, but it is what it is. Let's check these ones. Cables, as always. We're much closer to the South America. Yeah, a lot of traffic here, so yeah, a lot of people living in this area with some stores here. KFC even. Where is that KFC? Okay, you have a KFC here. If you want a chicken, you can have some chicken and some bananas when you go out. From that guy. Yeah, pretty interesting place. Not on my style of the place, but still. Yeah, I think that's all you can say about Trinidad and Tobago. Pretty interesting place. They seems to do better. Just seems to do decent. Yeah, Caribbean country with well, not exactly Caribbean, but they are in the Caribbean category. I will put them more in a South American, but what they say here when they say exactly they are Tobago, let's say Fish Republic is the most island country in Caribbean. Okay, it's Caribbean then, but I'll put it more exactly in a South American, but fine. They speak English, British colony. Yeah, it seems to do pretty well for themselves, at least some of them. Like I said, probably with just 10% of the population or even less than that, they're gonna do much better. But that's gonna be with time. They spin for the future. It seems to be like gonna be sign the population going down. Careful of migration. If they allow that much for such a small country, that's gonna pretty much cancel this, and it's not gonna look that well. So yeah, medical system, they need a lot of improvement. And otherwise pretty decent country, I have to say, right here located. Visiting this one, well, not so much. I have already seen the Jamaica and Dominican Republic and even Cuba. That are probably, I think, that are much better places to visit, and even Puerto Rico, much better places to visit. So yeah, in a tourist industry, I don't think gonna do that much better, especially if it's expensive or even if it's cheap. Not exactly. Look at it from the satellite, how these people look how many they are. Look at the construction. It's just 1.5 million people, and look how they live. Phew, I can see it from above. Those are huge numbers of people. Even though you might say, oh, maybe not that much. Oh, look at this. They are actually pretty huge ones. They clearly changed the island forever. Or at least for human domination forever. Jamming together here, yeah, not so much. But you can see it from the above. Phew. It is pretty significant population. Yeah. Well, that was the Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah, check the other videos and see you next time.